Welcome back students to our channel. Today in this video we are going to start a new unit. It comes under physical chemistry called solutions. Solutions is the second chapter in physical chemistry. The weightage of this marks for Karnataka PU board examination is 7 marks totally. So they will ask 2 questions of 1 marks each and 1 question of 5 marks. So totally there will be 7 marks question from this chapter solutions. And coming to the competitive examination, CD or NEET, you will be having 1 to 2 questions maximum. Yeah, this is regarding the weightage of this chapter. Now if you go for what we are going to study in this chapter is, first we will be looking for the introduction to solutions, and then we will be focusing on the different types of solutions we have. And next, how to express the concentration of solutions in different units, that is expressing the concentration of solutions in different units. Next one is Raoult's law and Henry's law, which is the most important. Henry's law and Raoult's law of solutions. And then we will be focusing on the colligative properties. And finally, we will end it up with abnormal colligative properties. So these are the concepts we are going to study in this chapter. First one is we will be dealing with the introduction to solutions, and then followed by the different types of solutions and expressing the concentration of the solutions in various different units. We have 7 units to express the concentration of the solution, and then we will be focusing on the Henry's law and Raoult's law and the deviation of Raoult's law. We will study in this concept, and then we will focusing on the colligative properties, and finally we will end it up with the abnormal colligative properties. Now let us look at the introduction to solutions. First of all, almost all our body process, all the process which is getting occurred in our body are through some kind of different solutions. For example, the digestion of food, it requires hydrochloric acid. It is a solution, and blood is a solution, and we inhale and exhale the gases, so that is a solution. Respiration, we inhale the gases and exhale the gases, that is a solution. Oh, okay, fine. Let me take a pause in this moment. Most of us have the wrong information that the solutions are only meant for liquid. Okay, but this is a complete wrong information. Even what the gas, what the normal air we inhale, it is also a solution. The solutions are not only meant for liquids only. Here, solutions may be solid, may be gas, or may be liquid. But there is a wrong assumption that solutions is constantly belongs to the liquid solutions. Now it is wrong. So now let us see what is solution. Solution is the homogeneous mixture of two or more components. Clear? So it is a homogeneous mixture of two or more components. These two or more components may be solid, maybe gas or maybe liquid, whatever may be. It's not only liquid itself, maybe solid, liquid and gases also. So now focusing on this term, homogeneous mixture. Homogeneous, it's a very familiar word for you till now. Homo means it is same, that is homogeneous means of similar composition and properties. Actually, clear? So solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more components. Homogeneous mixture means those components which are going to make the solution should have the similar properties and the similar composition. So that particular we call it as a solution. Now let us see. Yes, if you are focusing on solutions, you need to know two other terms. One is solute and solvent. Solute and solvent. What do you mean by solute? Solute is a component which is present in smaller quantities. Clear? I will give you an example in order to understand this. Solute is a component which is present in very minute or smaller components, smaller quantities, whereas solvent it is a component. It is a component which is present in larger quantities. Here to be very simple, the component which is lesser in quantity, it is solute, and the component which is higher or larger in quantity, it is the solvent. For example, if you take a glass of water, for example, if you take 1 liter of water and if you add around 2 grams of anything, 2 grams of sugar or salt, you mix it well and it forms a uniform solution. That means you cannot divide the sugar and the water. Clear? It will be complete mixture. Clear? So this type we call it as a complete sugar solution. Now in this case 2 grams, it is a small quantity. So it is the solute, whereas we have taken 1 liter of water. 1 liter is a large quantity when we compare to 2 grams. So it is the solvent. So the solution is a component. It is a homogeneous mixture of 2 grams of sugar which is dissolved in 1 liter of water. So if you stir it well, it forms a homogeneous mixture. This homogeneous mixture we will call it as a solution. Clear? This is a solution. Clear? So solute is the one which is present in smaller quantities and solvent is the one which is present in the larger quantities. So usually solute will loses its identity. For example, if you add sugar, let us take the same example itself. If you add sugar to 1 liter of water, if you stir it well, you can't identify sugar. That means it will lose its identity. Whereas coming to the solvent is the one which is larger in quantity, so it will dissolve the solute in itself. It will dissolve the solute in itself, and it will make the solute to lose its quantity. Clear? To lose its identity. So solutes are the one which loses identity, and solvent are the one which makes the solute to lose its identity. Here, this is the difference between solute and the solvent. These two, solute and solvent, together forms the solution. So in this particular example, solute is the sugar, and whereas solvent we have taken water, and solution is the sugar solution. Sugar solution. Now this is the basic introduction regarding the solution, solute and solvent. So now in general, solutions contains only one solvent, whereas the solute may be two or more also you can add. Clear? So generally we'll have only one solvent and many solutes are possible. I'm sorry. One or more solutes are possible. If we take the same example, we have a glass and we have a little amount of water, so it is in larger quantity, so this water behaves as the solvent, and so if we add 2 grams of sugar in this case, this is a solute, this is solute 1, this is solute 1, and if you add, you can even add the salt also, so this is the solute number 2. So you can even add the colors or any other ingredients to water. With spherical, it wants a homogeneous mixture and that will be the solutions for you. So this is a solvent where we have only one solvent left and we have sugars as a solute, even salt as a solute and other ingredients. You can even add the color, any ingredients to it. So the concept is generally we have only one solvent and you can have n number of solutes in it. So the binary solutions, if you are focusing on it, binary solutions, these are the solutions, which contains only one solute and only one solvent. One solvent and one solute. Clear? So in this chapter, from the point of view of your board examination, we will be focusing on this only binary solutions. So binary solutions are the solutions which contains only one solvent and one solute. Now this is regarding the introduction to solutions. Now let us look at the types of solutions. Coming to the types of solutions, we have 3 types of solutions. One is gaseous solutions, second one is liquid solution, third one is solid solution. So here's the point for you, it is the physical state of the solution is dependent only on the physical state of, the physical state of the solution is dependent on the physical state of the solvent itself. Clear? So that means in this gaseous solution means it should contain one solute and one solvent. Clear? We are focusing only on the binary solutions here in this case. Clear? So gaseous solution means it should contain one solute and one solvent. In this case, the solvent must be gaseous itself. Clear? So the physical state of the solvent is the one which represents the physical state of the complete solution. So whereas in this case, the physical state of the solvent is liquid, and whereas in this the final one, the physical state of the solvent is solid. Here, let's have the example for these 3 things.